Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our energy reading for the week of August 8th, 2024, and of course a 3-card pick. For this week's energy reading, I am using the Pleiadian Oracle by Karuna. We'll pick cards from there. And then for a clarifying card, I'm using the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle by Lawn. And then for our 3-card pick, I am using this Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. So that'll be our 3-card pick. So let's get started, and I want to remind everyone this is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe, as it really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. And hit that little bell so that you know I usually don't host my own shows, but I do go on other channels. I've been on, with Ginger Faye, with Scott Scorpio's son Tarot, Kelly Dozen Cats, Wellness Tarot. So anyway, I do go on other shows. People are very gracious to do the hosting, and that's where you can find out where I am when I'm doing something live, because I always do love to pull the cards and do the chat with everyone and do the mini card pulls. And also don't forget to go to my website, www.avanaintuitive.com, and you can book a reading. I do email readings, I do tarot card readings, and I do Akashic record readings also. I just had a card flip. It flipped over. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to keep it, because when they flip out of the deck when you're shuffling, sometimes, I just hear keep that one, and sometimes I hear no, don't bother, So that one I heard, let's keep it. So there you go. So we've got that. And I just picked 2 other cards, which look quite interesting. I am not familiar with this deck, so I do have to, do some reading out of the book, because I really don't know all of these cards, everything they mean. And I can read them intuitively. Sorry about that. This reading has a lot of energy. I have cards that have been just flying all over here. So I do read cards intuitively, but these, I get so much more meaning when I do take a look at the book that comes with them, the guidebook. So, okay, so one more shuffle. I love this. Okay, let me show you the cards that we pulled, and then I will get into the reading. So the first one I got was, interestingly enough, this is the one that fell out of the deck. It says it's the Enlightened Gut. I got, the second card I got is number 40, and it says Song of the Soul. That's a beautiful card with the like the kaleidoscope colors on the flower. And then I also got number 32, which is Timeline Jump. We know that 32 adds up to a 5, which is change. So Timeline Jump. For the clarifying card that I got from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, I got 38, and it says Remembrance, and 38 is an 11. So going through a new portal to a new level of understanding, but we'll get into that. So the first card that I got, again, is the number 1, the Enlightened Gut. Let's see what it says here about that. The star family on Earth is undergoing a powerful metamorphosis as your planet evolves into its next leap of consciousness. Transitioning into a new feminine tilting cycle, the rules of spirituality have flipped 180 degrees. With your solar system and planet rushing towards the central galactic core, each day the planet's vibration rises ever so slightly, and with that comes a completely new way of operating. In this new cycle of the feminine, many of the spiritual tools of the past will no longer be as effective as they once were in previous times. Eastern spirituality played a major role in holding the vibration on Mother Earth in the past masculine cycle. Focusing on one-pointedness, mind control, breath, liberation, and being in solitude to reach nirvana, the great yogis and lamas would sacrifice their lay lives in order to reach a higher frequency of divine bliss. Now, as we enter the feminine cycle, these once powerful techniques that guided many spiritual seekers will not be as effective as they once were. Rather than the need to leave the body to reach high states, the human will reach their highest vibrational alignment when they are in body and in communion with the great Earth Mother. The reason for this occurring is that the planet is receiving great light codes and is thus the highest frequency of our time. Therefore, in order To access the true higher knowledge, the human will have to be fully grounded in body for the codes of the new earth to be fully accessed. This transformation has and will continue to take humans through a major purging process to clear their emotional data bank of trauma so their physical DNA is prepared to become the sacred bridge between heaven and earth. Evolving from Homo sapiens to Homo de Luz, which means beings of light, these earth beings will not just be enlightened in thought and stillness, but enlightened in the feminine principles of action that is centered in the human gut region. It is here in this region, also known as the sacral chakra, that humans will be able to bring forth the magic they have accessed in other realities and materialize them into full, grounded earth living. When this card arrives, it is suggesting that you need to fully embody the higher consciousness of this new cycle. Your gut is in need of undergoing certain transformations to fully receive and anchor the light codes of Gaia. Now is a good time to engage in a healthier eating practice, drink plenty of blessed water, and infuse ceremony into your eating regimen. As Pachamama is the highest source of light on your plane in this cycle, it is crucial that star seeds harmonize with the earth to ground into their enlightened gut. Oh my gosh. Okay, I really love this. So yes, as we, I've been studying this week, or not studying, but hearing a lot about the sun flares, the Schumann resonance, the sun flares, the flares of sun, it flares like large amounts of radioactivity, which can knock out satellites and things like that. The Schumann resonance, that's the vibration of the earth. All of these things are increasing, and they're increasing exponentially, right? So where does this, I don't know if you've also noticed this, but lately in the last few months, I have felt like a little bit like disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated. It's not that I don't feel myself. It's nothing that's a negative feeling, but it's just a feeling of like I can't seem to get I can't seem to get grounded is really what it sounds like. So yes, the enlightened gut, helping to do that grounding in the sacral system, which your sacral, you have your base chakra, and then you go up and it's orange, and you have your sacral chakra, and then you go up to the solar plexus, which is yellow. Your heart chakra is green. Your throat chakra is a dark blue. You go up to the third eye, which is like a, I don't want to say violet, but I'm going to say violet. And then you have it's like a indigo, and then you go into your crown chakra, which is violet, and then of course you have your chakras above you and below you, and we have multiple chakras. But that like sacral chakra, that's our creativity. That's where we're just now coming out of, if we follow the chakras, we're coming out of that base energy, which is red, okay? That base chakra, our root chakra, which is security and family and having food and safety. And then we go up, when we have that, right, we go up to the orange, the sacral chakra, which is our creativity. It's fire. It's getting excited and passionate about things. And I just love that in order to almost embody all of the excitement and light frequencies that are now being put out with I'm saying with the Schumann resonance and with the sun flares, our sacral chakra, right, our gut needs to become enlightened, where we're eating healthy foods, eating not so many processed foods, drinking blessed water, right? So now this is a really good foundational base to this reading, because it is really talking about, us taking all these new vibrations and frequencies that are now hitting us, and how do we practically absorb them, right? Because as we're absorbing them, we're moving up into higher frequencies also. So instead of being at a different frequency or a lower one while we're getting hit with higher ones, this is a good practical thing. Our food, our diet, our water intake, really a practical exercise in helping to be able to absorb these new frequencies, so that's the base of the reading. Then that was, I think, a beautiful and much needed for me. Okay, the next one that I got was 40, Song of Your Soul. It says, on the deepest levels of source, creation rests a sound harmonic frequency that is found in everything. Beyond the layers of light and even sacred geometry rests the foundation of sound that birthed your universe into existence. When the subtleness of sound is uncovered on a deeper experienced level, all around you is revealed to emit a sound frequency. You too are no different, as your body is constantly emitting these vibratory signatures that connect you with all existence. By receiving and listening to one's inner vibration, the hue gains the opportunity to consciously transform their surroundings through the vehicle of sound to become even greater emitters of magnetic service. I want to take an aside here because like them mentioning magnetic service, that's what they were talking about when I was reading earlier today about the sun flares, and like it like works with it, like it kind of affects the magnetic parts of our planet and of our like atmosphere and that. We, the Pleiadians, are specialized in sound harmonics, and all our training begins through the art of self-tuning. As every being has their unique vibration, if they don't fully understand their own instrument, our instrument, they may not be able to play to the scale of their highest expression. This card comes as a similar reminder to dedicate time to be with the self in order to hear your unique vibration and learn the song of your soul. This card, let's see, we the Pleiadians are requesting that you engage in a time of stillness and solitude to commune with yourself and listen. Put aside any outside distractions and return to your sacred temple in quietude. Here, when one listens to themselves and removes the influence of others, do they return to the song of their soul. This card may also indicate a time of trusting your messages and knowing that your inner feelings on a situation are accurate. Oh, I love this because you know what? I was kind of like, what are these different colors? This to me, what they're showing, and they may be showing all kinds of different things in this picture, but this is like the sound, like the color of the sound that this flower is emitting, right? I mean, that's kind of what that made me think, like this flower is emitting all these different hues in this vibration. And usually, you know, this being, I guess a daisy would be white petals or yellow petals, but when you look at the sound of it, it's emitting very many different layers and colors. And so really bringing this, you know, this sacral chakra creative energy in with all this beautiful vibratory energy that we are of the sound. I love that. And so now 32 timeline jump. Okay, so we're really getting into our vibrations and who we are, and also this card, I'm just being told to mention that taking time to sit with yourself, right? I'm listening to something else and it's talking about not worrying about learning like the next thing. I think with spirituality and with the path I'm on, I'm like, okay, well, let me learn another thing. Let me do another thing. Let me do this. Let me do that. Slow down, right? And take time, like digest what you're learning. Learning less, but digesting more, right, of what I'm learning. So for me, this is, you know, I hope this also is you know, pertinent to what things that you're learning and working through right now. But to me, it's very pertinent right now. And then the last card that I got here with the Pleiadian Oracle is 32 timeline jump. It says, held back from most of the human populace is the deeper reality that you are fully multidimensional in true form. Your soul resides in a multiverse with infinite possibilities and timelines available. When one becomes conscious of these subtle fields, they gain the ability to consciously leap into other timelines that best serve their evolution and happiness. This quantum field is where one experiences a true freedom and empowerment to know that all of consciousness is liquid and one is never stuck anywhere. Timeline jumping is not just some lingo out of a sci-fi movie, but a back to truth by many of your Earth quantum scientists who understand multiverses and the infinite possibilities of this universe we reside in. When the timeline card jump arrives, it indicates that you do not need to stay on your present timeline, for you reside in a multiverse of infinite possibilities. Now is a great moment to activate your natural timeline jumping skills and quantum leap into the earth of your choosing. Recognize that you are a timeline jumper, and through your vibratory match, you will naturally cross over into other multiverses that mirror your frequency. Know you are never stuck, and Source always provides infinite avenues. I love this. Taking time to think about and contemplate on what timeline would you like to be on? What are your beliefs, right? What are my beliefs? What do I believe in? Starting to really think about what makes my heart sing. What timeline do I want to be on? And this isn't just in one thing. This is like in everything, whether it's, whatever, even like what I'm going to wear, what I'm going to cook, where I'm going to go for the day, what brings my heart joy, and really concentrating on that and really doing all that I can humanly possible do without, of course, getting hurt or going, crazy, whatever I can do to go on to a new timeline. We're jumping timelines all the time, okay? So why not jump into a timeline that really suits you and your soul vibration and frequency? But you know what? I have to take time to really define what that is. And sometimes that means, for me, changing my belief system a bit, right? That if I don't believe I can jump a timeline, then I will never do that. But if I can believe that I jump timelines, which I believe that we all do, and I believe that we do that constantly, now sitting back and really discerning, again, I use that word discerning, I've been using that a lot lately, discerning which timeline, who am I, what do I want, and having a new perspective on things. So a beautiful, and then let's not forget the last card then. This is Sacred Geometry Activations, and it says remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Again, we're talking about flowing, movement, having that grace to move forward, right? Taking time to find out who we really are, what really sparks us in life, right? What really sparks, what makes you go, yeah, I really want to do that, right? And then going forward and doing it. And let me also say too, when I get into a process of things that I want to do, then of course the first thing that happens is I hear that voice of, no, you can't do that. You're not good enough. People are going to tease you. People aren't going to be happy with you. Some people won't want to talk to you. And really just knowing that I don't need to worry about that. I just want baby steps, right? Moving forward, baby steps, and not getting caught up in that whole, really that negative vibration, that negative frequency of not being able to move forward on the path that I really am. And what I have found too, when I do move forward on the paths that really interest me, I always think like, oh, I don't know, it's like, so-and-so may not talk to me, or somebody might get mad at me. And you know what? The people that I don't really, when our vibrations don't match, they just naturally kind of fall away. And I'm sure I fall away from their life too. And it's not a big deal. And also I find new people, new friends, and new ideas. And it's really how the universe works to move us forward into, into really what makes our hearts sing, right? And it even starts, I like this reading because it even starts with what we're eating, what we're putting in our body, what we're eating, what we're drinking, and also what we're eating, what we're drinking, but also our thought process, our belief system. This reading really kind of covers all ground, a lot of ground on it. So, just keeping that in mind, this reading really covers a lot of ground on how to move forward and what what sparks us and what our passion is and what we want to do. So a beautiful reading for this week. I love it. And now I'm actually shuffling the card, the Ascended Masters card, for our 3-card pick. So let me do a little more shuffling. I love it. And here we go. Think about your question. Think about whatever's on your mind. Card 1, card 2, card 3. 1, 2, 3. Think about which card resonates with you. If you picked card 1, it's Ganesh, and it's yes. So I don't know if you had a question in mind or whatever, but you picked the card that just says a flat out yes. So very clear. If you picked 2, I don't know how you say his name, Luge or Lug, persistence, right? Moving forward, almost like having that third eye, that vision in mind, and just moving forward, being persistent as you move forward. If you picked card 3, you got Kuan Yin, and it says let it go. This may be, if you got this card, I'm hearing you may want to study a little bit on Kuan Yin, look her up. Maybe there's more messages there for you, but also the message of let it go. So there you go, my friends. As you know, on Mondays, I do my 3-card pick a card shorts. On Tuesdays, I channel Super Duper Girl as a short. And on Wednesdays, I do my weekly predictions with a 3-card pick. Thursdays, here we are on Thursday, my energy readings with a 3-card pick. And I will see you tomorrow on Friday for our weekend reading with a 3-card pick. All right, my friends, namaste.